So, part three of this epic, and it definitely picks up. Part two was crap. Really, really just slow, nothing happened. But this is really where plot starts to kick in. There's some good bits in this, and this is where it starts to sort of get a lot better than it was before. I just don't know. I don't know if that first sort of 10, 15, 20 minutes is too slow and everybody's already starting to switch off here. But let's say that they don't. Let's say that they're going, well, we'll give it a chance, and this is where it picks up. So this is kind of the lowest point that Billy can get. You know, you do script writing at university, or if you do courses and things like that, they'll tell you need to get your protagonist to the point where they have no other option. It's the point of last resort, and this is it. This producer fella fucks off with the script. I don't know if it's that clear whether it actually is that's covered. I wrote initially a whole scene where he went up and spoke to this kind of dozy bat of a receptionist, but it would have just taken too long. I cut it out of the script. We didn't even shoot it. I love that little bit when he goes, all you need is luck. But I do wonder whether we'd be affected by copyright or not. I don't know. That is Michael Carruthers, who helped me on casting director, and has been in, at the time, every Time in Life, every FNA film that they've made. When I wrote the script, the intention was to actually have Ewan McGregor in. At the time I wrote the script, Ewan McGregor was pretty much the biggest film star in the world. He'd done episode 1, so he's... and episode 1 hadn't quite... Had episode 1 come out yet? I don't know, but he was big anyway, and he hadn't yet got completely sidetracked by being a twat in episode 3. And yeah, it was one of those where I thought, if I can actually get a really, really big proper film star to get in this film, even if it's just for one scene to say one line, that would be just a fantastic piece of marketing. But it never happened. I tried a few times. Agents, anybody could get. Nobody wanted to know. Nobody would give me the time of day. But I still like the scene. I think we can get away with it being Carruthers in the kind of fictional universe that we're in. But this speech, man, Billy nails it. Absolutely nails it. Sorry, Billy nails it. Gavin nails it. This whole section was from the heart. That whole speech was written, and he does it pretty much word for word as well. I don't think he deviates from when I wrote it the very first time I put the first draft of the script together. It's totally from the heart, and I still feel it now. You know, it's never about the money. It's not about the money at all. That's not why I'm doing this. That's not why I'm trying to get Time of Your Life finished. It's just to get a film out there that parts of it are true to me, and partly to the people that were in it and the people that did all the work, and I love them for it. It really was a time of my life making this film, and I just want to give the recognition to the people that were involved in it. You know, Gavin nails it. And I actually had to get out of the room when we were filming this bit, because the first couple of takes that he did, I was kind of giggling, but it wasn't a giggle that it was funny or crap or you know, anything like that. It was like almost like nervous laughter. Just hearing him say it in the way that he was saying it kind of lifted it, and it was like seeing my soul in flesh. And Carruthers has got a brilliant look here. His eyes. Love that bit. Really, really good little cut at that as well. And that was another two-part, I think. They're both over each other's shoulders, I think, but I can't remember. But yeah, I'm still proud of that little scene. I'm still proud of this that speech that he makes. It's great. This bit isn't so good, though. The limitations of the fact that it's a bedsheet on the wall, and the fact that Billy in the script is supposed to be drunk. He's basically, you know, got to the bar, hit a load of beers in and all that lot, and he's pissed. But Gavin doesn't really quite get that drunkenness across, and he actually comes a bit aggressive. Maybe if we can get some special effects and stick like some bottles or cans on the couch, you know, CGI some empty beer cans thrown about and something like that. I don't know, an empty pizza box or something like that. But it just looks like he's just walked home and sat on the couch and then just bitched at Amy, and he's supposed to be pissed off but drunk and a bit kind of helpless, but he, especially this little bit when he shouts at her, he's just angry and he's aggressive towards Amy, and she doesn't really deserve that. And it's one of those where on paper it probably works better on paper, and that's my fault as a director for not actually getting Gavin to act it in the way that it should have been acted, to actually get across that he's... upset rather than pissed off. And that's my fault, and I'll put my hands up. And if we could reshoot that whole section, because this is a pretty key bit. This is a bit where he's ready to give up, and Amy's the one that turns around and says, as title of the film, that's why I put it in there, it's the time of your life where you get up there and do it. You can go two ways. You either give up, or you go out there and you do it off your own back. And considering it's pretty much the key scene of the film that gets the rest of the plot going, it probably doesn't quite actually work that well. So yeah, well done, Ben. You're a shit director. Writing's not too bad, but you're a shit director. I know that. Richard Brooke is this guy's name. I've completely forgot his name in part one, which is shocking. But yeah, Richard Brooke, and yeah, I liked him. I think he was good. He's not perfect, you know. He's better than some of the acting in here, but he's, you know, I think he gets a nice bit of gravitas, and he's got a bit of humour towards him. This little sort of jump cutty bit is not that great, and there's a really ugly bastard that's about to turn up that just ruins the entire film. All these little people came on board just for one line. Who's that guy? That's shocking. That's the worst piece of acting I've ever seen in my life. It is me, by the way. For some reason, wearing a baseball cap backwards, because that's what I was doing through the suit, and I don't know why. A little bit too long on that fade out as well. But there's a line that Richard just mumbles very, very slightly, where he talks about your mother would have killed me, and it's trying to kind of imply, and it was in my backstory, but I don't think I got it clearly out enough, that Craig knew Billy's mum, and that's why Billy works in the video shop, because Craig's kind of helping him out, because after his parents died, etc., and he's kind of got a bit of history with Billy's family, but I don't really think that's clear enough. Also, it's not the biggest video store in the world. Why would Billy not be on a full-time contract anyway? When I wrote the script, I was actually working in Oddbins, next door to a massive Global Video, which I think are bust now. I don't think they exist anymore. And it was one of these massive, like, Blockbuster-esque video stores. And it would have worked quite well if I'll put you on a full-time contract, because there's going to be loads of staff there. In a video store that size, there's those two, and that's it. But yeah, good old MILF. He's got a cracking look at him, and he's pretty much like that in real life, or he was at the time. And it wouldn't surprise me if he is married to somebody twice his age, because he was that type of guy. Funny off screen, funny on screen, and yeah, I keep expecting to see him in, like, I don't know, BBC Three comedy or something like that. He's that sort of actor that will get away with crude stuff. But yeah, this little bit as well, I quite like the strangling bit. The lighting's a bit shot to cock. I think that's actual natural lighting from the pub itself, and its spotlights, and we probably didn't quite get the angles right. It's, you know, a bit too hot on his head, and on the long shot, again, that doesn't really match up, but I do like the little cuts. Steve, the editor, did a really good little job in terms of that bit when he said, "I can't be," like that a lot. But Billy gets a beer, and then MILF turns around and says, "Do you want a beer? I think I need one." A little bit of a kind of continuity error there. And I was trying to put the line in explaining what a DP is, because not everybody would know, but it sounds really crap when you go, "Yes, you can be my director of photography." But yeah, what should go on from here? So much better than the previous one. And I'll probably see you in part 4, hopefully, when I eventually get around to it. So yeah, see you in a bit. Bye.